Do you ever struggle with editing? I'm not talking about having too much to edit. I'm talking about editing so much that you actually don't know what to truly cut out. Let me explain. As a photographer, I like to take a lot of pictures. Sometimes I take way too many pictures that I think are probably even a bit unnecessary. For example, I just did a recent shoot where I took about 1,500 photos. I thought I only took like a couple hundred at most, but when I got the total tally count, it ended up being like 1,500 pictures, which was insane. I took all these pictures and then I brought it back, put it through my computer, put it in Lightroom, and was just like, this is a lot of pictures. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing through these pictures. As I started going down the pictures, I realized how much fun I had. I was letting the number of pictures dissuade me from how much fun I actually had during the shoot and what a wonderful experience it was. And I almost let the number of pictures dissuade me from going through all these photos and truly editing them. So to kind of tackle this, I told myself that I would not let myself pick more than 20 pictures per look to edit, just so that way I could keep the work manageable and, you know, just actually put the right amount of effort into it and get really nice pictures. What I didn't anticipate was how difficult it would be to just pick my favorite 20 pictures for each one of the looks. When I really started thoroughly looking through every single photo, I was just astounded. Like, I'm not trying to big myself up here, but I was very proud of the work, and I was quite honestly a little bit surprised on what I was able to capture. And again, it just reminded me of how wonderful the experience was. I was just, again, dumbfounded that we were able to get such wonderful pictures. Narrowing it down to my favorite 20 got much more difficult. Unfortunately, sacrifices had to be made. I decided to stick with my guns and just stick with my favorite 20 pictures per look. Occasionally, I'll take a break and I'll, you know, jump on social media. I'll go into some of these forums and some of these communities and groups that I'm in for photographers and videographers. And one of these posts kind of stuck out. One of these photographers were like asking these questions about how much is too much when you have to present the finished content over to your customer. And I was very surprised with the amount of responses. Some people were like, it's unprofessional to give more than like 10 pictures per look. Some people were like, oh, I just empty out the entire SD card and give it all to the client. And some people were just, you know, kind of giving mixed answers. And then I had to actually go back and think about it myself, like, what do my clients actually ask out of me? Surprisingly enough, there was no real answer. Like, I've done professional shoots where I've given over 20-30 pictures to the clients and they were fine with it. I never got any kind of feedback that said like, oh, this is way too many pictures, this is unprofessional whatsoever. I've also had clients where they're like, just give me the entire SD card and I'll take whatever you can give me. In most cases, I have done that. I've given over every single picture because I know that that's what the client asked for and that's initially the job that I accepted. Then it also kind of broke it down to perspective too, where I had to really start thinking about clients, and I'm like, I realized that most business professional clients, they don't want a lot of pictures. They just want the best because they have some kind of campaign, some kind of marketing strategy behind it that, you know, they're looking to just present the best of the best out there to their fan base or their audience. So I totally get it. And then I have the shoots where it's a lot more, I would say, like personal, you know, it's like events, friends, families, situations that are much more intimate. And those are the situations where I realize that they want as many pictures as they can, because at the end of the day, like, you're capturing a memory, not just professional pictures with all the technicalities behind it. For those situations, they actually hired you for the experience. As I started editing, I started thinking like, I need to approach my editing with both aspects. As I started narrowing down my 20 pictures, it just kind of made me realize that like I'm overanalyzing this and I'm overthinking about it. If I'm happy with the pictures that I took, there's no reason why I shouldn't completely edit it and put my heart and put my soul and all of my skills into the pictures to make sure they are touched up and they look as great as possible. There's no reason why I shouldn't edit all these pictures that I took just because someone said, you know, it's unprofessional to post X amount. If you took 100 good photos, wouldn't you want everybody to see all of the 100 good pictures? I kind of took that back to my editing process and I started thinking about my strategy a little bit more of how I present my photography. I started taking all my pictures and I just started putting it on my website. Luckily for me, in this day and age, website building is so much easier. I personally use Squarespace, and full disclosure before you start thinking this is some kind of sponsorship, Squarespace does not sponsor anything that I'm saying or doing. I'm not that cool yet. I'm not that established yet in this realm room to start getting those type of sponsorships. I would love to, but I'm just not there yet. So again, don't get it twisted. This is just an honest opinion and an honest experience. I recently started taking all of my finished pictures and all of my finished content, and I started putting it on my website. It was just so easy to do. Like, I could just hit upload and, you know, build a nice little gallery of my portfolio. I think if your content's good enough and you're honestly very proud of what you do and, you know, you want to show it to everybody, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's your website, it's your content, it's your platforms. You could do whatever the heck you want, you know, like that's the whole point of having the freedom of speech and having the opportunity to do what it is that you like to do. And in this case, it's photography and videography. Crazily enough, as I started uploading all these pictures, it really took me down memory lane where it started kind of like reigniting this flame, this motivation within me where I was just like, wow, like I took all these pictures. I don't remember half of these pictures. And I'm like super proud of a lot of these photos. And I was really happy that I went there just because it kind of motivated me again to make me realize why I got into this in the first place. And it also gave me confidence again, saying that I do have a good eye. There is quality in the work I do. And a lot of these photos were very special moments for a lot of the people that I took photos and videos of. And, you know, for myself as well, because it was a wonderful experience. It was a good learning opportunity. It just kind of basically reminded me that like not everyone can do this and not everyone, you know, sticks with their guns and has been doing it for this long. I'll say this, if you're struggling with editing, whether it's too many photos or videos that you're taking, or you're struggling with just narrowing down your best work, do both. There is nothing wrong with just editing everything that you are very proud of and you are very confident in. And I feel like because we have so many platforms now, there's an outlet for everything. So you don't have to confine yourself specifically to just one specific format because someone told you so. If your clients only want like your 10 or 20 best pictures, give them that. But that doesn't mean you can't edit the other 20, 30 or 100 pictures, or, you know, the other minutes worth of videos that you shot and you were super proud of. I feel like you could give your clients what they ask for and then take the rest of the stuff that you actually worked on and you're super proud of and put it on other platforms. At the end of the day, this is art. We're in a day and age where many of us artists and many of us content creators are fortunate enough to be able to make a living creating art. If it's giving you a positive experience, whether it's reminding you that you got into this for a reason or boosting your self-esteem because it shows you how capable you are of creating such good content, at the end of the day, it's a win, right? There's really no wrong way to approach it. Do what you love to do, be inspired, be unorthodox, and at the end of the day, just have fun. That's the whole point of this, is just to have fun, be technical, and have a wonderful experience. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please do subscribe. Please do give me a like. Please do share. It does help this channel grow out. So that way one day maybe Squarespace might fund me or sponsor me. Even if you don't do any of the above, thanks again for your time. I truly appreciate it. You could have been anywhere in the world. You could have been listening to any other platform, but you chose to stay all the way through the end of this video and listen to this photographer slash videographer slash content creator just go on a tangent about editing. So yeah, with all that being said, this has been your boy Fong over here at FL Productions. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you again for going through this far. And yeah, until next time, I'm out.